So guys, back with another update. Been hard at it on the barrel system. First of all, I just want to show you my inlet and outlet. It's going into the shed. So the one on the left is the 1.5 inch 40 mil from the pump in the pond to the system, and the one on the right is the 2 inch return from the filter back to the pond. Just going to go straight down there and into the pond. I've been busy round here in the evenings. There she is. So I just showed you the inlet and the outlet there. Here's the 40 mil from the pump in the pond. So you can come up here, around here, through the 30 watt UV, down, across the front, through a non-return valve, into barrel number 1. Yeah. Torch. So you can see the inlet there with the sweeping 90 on it to create that swirl effect. And then it comes up to this pipe. I've just done some cuts in there with a circular saw, both sides, every 5 mil. To then found this part in Screwfix. Screw cap. Goes down. Just drilled a load of 10 mil holes in it, so the K1 can't fall down there. And that goes from there then. From there, make it a bit bigger. From there, 2 inch down into that one. It's pretty much the same again. Two inch in, swirl, back up to the 2 inch pipe there. Exactly the same as the first barrel. Found these in Screwfix, they're pretty good. I'm struggling to find a cap or something, but it does the job. And then barrel number 3. This is going to be a moving bed. Here it goes from there into there. I haven't got the 90 on there. Where's that 90 one? That's somewhere, yeah. That 90 there then. Swirl it. Hopefully by this point there won't be any large solids to swirl out, but I think some people point them upwards to agitate the moving bed as well, but probably do that. And same again up here, exactly the same as the other 2 barrels, and that goes out back to the pond. Straightforward. Next, so the drain offs here, and here. That's in 40 mil. I said in my last video I had a 40 mil pipe left over, so I did that in 40 mil. And that goes from, see it down there, look, 90 right down to the bottom, and that sits about 15 mil off the bottom through here. And what I've got on the bottom is the same as that. One of these with a screw cap on. It just sits that far off the bottom. Again with a load of 10mm holes drilled in it. And that's the same for that one, that one, that one, all exactly the same. I used these double union valves. I went in for a brew the other night and I did a little video on that because, you know, this is the first time I've done anything like this and I was a bit unsure about all the different valves and stuff, so I'll play that little video right now. So I thought I'd do a little video on these valves. These are the valves I've chosen. They're called double union ball valves. So if you can see in there's the ball closes. The reason I've chosen these is because I see a lot of these 3-barrel setups and they've got the cheap ones of these and they break and they're crap basically. The beauty of these ones is when you glue in the solvent well piping, afterwards you can take that out. Take that out. And take that out. So you can basically take the ball valve away, replace it if it's damaged, or replace any seals, and all this is still held in place. So if it breaks or anything, you don't need to, you know, cut pipe or heat gun glue and remove anything. You can just put it all back together. Another good thing you can do as well is you know, say you've got the pipework coming up and up like that. You don't necessarily have to have your lever by there. You can spin it round, you know, or even take it out and turn it round the other way. I moved mine from being in that position because I thought, oh, if I rest my foot on it, I might close it by accident, or vice versa, open it by accident. So I've changed it now, so I can't actually accidentally do that. But I just wanted to show you these because I didn't know about them before. I bought them because they look cool, but actually really, really handy and future-proof it. I also bought a non-return valve as well, and that's double union, so I can unscrew it and take out the non-return valve, you know, clean it, do any maintenance on it, and slide it back in and tighten it up. And the same with where I connected the solid pipe into my UV. I bought like a union, I can't remember what they're called now, I'll put it at the bottom, union connector, so I can unscrew and remove my UV, you know, either to fit another one or to fit a through pipe, instead of having just to cut pipes, you know, and buy new fittings every time you need to change something. Or anyway, yeah, double union ball valve. So I thought I'd show you one more thing about these double unions. I'm just about to glue this is the drain off, I'm just about to glue this last piece in. So I'm going to glue it in there and it will slot under there nicely. Before you glue this in, make sure that ring is on there. It's got to be on first. Is if you glue that on there, that ring will not go over there. You'll still do it like I did. Told myself no. It's still nice to do it once. That was just to like inform anybody else that's doing it for the first time. So then my drain comes down, and then I've got a pump there. It's a bit dark in here, I'm going to sort some lighting out. A pump there, that is going to point, that will point that way and go out through that hole. The reason I got the pump is it's got a drain a manhole in the garden a bit further uphill. I'm going to eventually pipe up to that, and when I drain off I'll drain into that, unless I use the water for water in the garden and stuff. But I did a trial run last night. It was about 10 o'clock and I finished all the pipe work, so I got the hose out because I couldn't wait. And yeah, spot on. Filled that one up, drained into that one, drained into that one, ran out the pipe perfectly. And then I flicked the pump on, opened the valve. I drained them like out onto the lawn there. I want to have some water out of the three of them. I think they're 150 litre barrels, so yeah. Most of the time I try and use it to water the garden, but you know, if it's wet, it's probably got to go down the drain. And there we have it. I've done a pretty smart job, considering never done anything. I've never had a pond before, and I don't know anything about koi fish. I've had tropical fish tanks and marine fish tanks, but this is my first time with koi. Next is the electrics. That's where I know what I'm doing because I'm an electrician. Sockets and lighting in here to light it up a bit. And then my glass came for the pond a few days ago, so realistically I'm just waiting for some dry weather now, because there's 4 inches of water in the pond, so I need to get that out and have a couple of days to get the glass in, line it, and get the pond liner in without rain. It's January, so struggling with that one, but I'm happy with that. Any questions, any pointers, write down in the comments below. I know people are saying, oh, you should have a bottom drain, but I've come this far now. I'm going to stick with a pump fed system. Yeah, I've gone for 30 watt UV. Because it's a rectangle pond, it's pretty easy to work out the volumes, and it's coming in at just over 6,500. I think it was 7,000 litres if I included these 350 litre drums. So 30 watt. Hope that was the right decision. Next jump up was 55 watt, and I really want to keep the wattage down a bit if I can. Energy prices at the moment. Got that little pump for free. My wife's granddad had a few ponds in his garden, sadly passed away 7 years ago, and word had it that all his pumps and stuff was still down in the field in the overgrown garden, so I went down there over Christmas and dug out 5 pumps. Some of them were 10,000 litre, like nice pumps, but I think out of the 5 I got, that was the only one to work. Which is a shame. They probably just ran until they blew up, but I'm happy with that. Saved a little bit of money there. I got a feeling that's a 5,000 litre. It took me about over half an hour to fill those 3 drums with a hose, and then it took that little pump about 4 minutes to empty the 3 of them on the garden. Definitely be sufficient to pump it up to the manhole. I've got a load of this Ose, I don't know how they say them, make Ose pipe, 40mm pipe. It's really nice because it's cheaper stuff, and then there's that stuff. I'll show you a bit of it here. Look. It's really smooth on the inside. It's good pipe. It's quite expensive, but not like too bad. Something like £3.50 a metre. But I'm going to have that. I'm going to run that 40mm solid pipe there to the edge of the pond, and then go down there to the pump with that pipe. Oh, I've got a question. I've got this piece of carpet. You can see it. Now the concrete base of the pond is flat. Just flat concrete level. So I was going to put that in first before the liner on the bottom. Cut it round neatly. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? In my head it seems like a good idea, but I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, pretty cool. Took me a few hours. take me about a week coming out here every evening once I put my kids to bed at 7. My wife's been going, what are you doing out there? I say, I'm building a time machine. Yeah, and then I filled it last night. I only had one little leak, and it was off this bulkhead here. It just needed, no, it's this bulkhead here, sorry, off the drain off. It just needed nipping up a little bit. A lot of people use these, oh, what are they called? Oh, I can't remember what they're called. I'll put it below. But I've gone for the bulkheads. Just the reason being, I bought a few and then only discovered the, what do they call them? Uniseals. Yeah, I think they call them uniseals. And everybody rates them, but, and they're just like a hole in the tank and then the pipe runs through. But in my mind, I thought this bulkhead, you know, with a rubber washer and something you could actually tighten up with a big pair of grips. In my mind, I thought it would be better. But everybody rates those uniseals. Yeah, but that was the only leak I had, and I just nipped it up earlier on. Well happy. Just need a bit of dry wear, I don't know. Right guys, any comments? Stick them down below. Take it easy.